Welcome to Spirited Discussions, a cocktail and conversation series. One table, two guests, three drinks, and no limits. I'm your host, Nick Fitzy Stevens, and tonight our very special guest definitely needs an introduction, which is why we're going to provide it for you. He is the general manager here at the Yankee Spirits store in Norwood, Massachusetts, the GOAT of adult beverage superstores. He is a self-described spirits specialist and pop culturista extraordinaire. Ladies and gentlemen, friends, it is our pleasure to welcome Mr. Morris Curates.
Thank you, Fitzy. I appreciate that.
My pleasure. How about that last name, by the way? Curates.
Yeah.
I like that. It's like, this guy's cool. He's got Curates. The way this works is we're going to have three cocktails tonight. You get to pick the spirits since we're on your home court.
Yep.
You'll have the first drink. I'll pick the second drink, and then we'll have a mystery final third drink, and we'll see wherever the conversation goes.
Heck yeah.
So you get first drink. Are you ready to present?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, let's get to the drinking in the chat.
Perfect.
Cocktail number one.
Yes, sir.
The spirit is tequila.
Yep.
What do we got?
We have a tequila sunset. It is, what we'll use today was Lunazul Blanco with grapefruit juice, a little bit of grenadine, and then we garnish it with a little bit of the grapefruit and some cherries at the bottom there for you. It is fantastic. And honestly, if this isn't your thing and you want to drink it in the morning without the grapefruit juice, swap it out with some orange juice, you got yourself a tequila sunrise.
Oh, so it's the grapefruit juice that makes it a tequila sunset.
Yep.
And a tequila sunrise is with orange juice.
Yes, sir.
Ah, well, one is named after an Eagle song and the other is about to be consumed by my mouth. Cheers, my guy. Here we go.
That is good.
That is trouble.
That is good.
That is handheld trouble. Spoiler alert. I can't taste the booze, which is never a good sign because that means it goes down much quicker.
Although the grapefruit does kind of overpower the booze a little bit, you could always throw in a little extra shot and you're right there.
Right. I mean, this is our first drink, so you know, it's our first date. You want to be gentle with me, obviously.
Yeah, of course. Take it very easy.
Sure. And then we'll get you with the heavy stuff later,
yes,
bro.
Yes.
All right, so how did you get into this?
I came on board 17 years ago as a 19-year-old, and I worked in the stock room. I worked the stock floor, helped out in the back room, and then I kind of just worked my way up the line a little bit. And as I worked with other people, they got me more intrigued with things. You know, there were certain people in my life that got me into the spirit side of the world. And then later on in my career, people got me into wine and a little bit of beer. Beer is not my thing. I do like a good craft beer, but it's just not my thing right now. I'm a huge spirits person.
Getting into the craft beer scene like I have has almost drawn me away from the spirit scene. And one by one, every time I have a drink this delicious, it makes me want to start making drinks again. But here's the thing. This requires work. The other thing just goes.
Yeah, you just pop it open.
It's so easy.
If you want to pour it into a glass or drink it out of the can, you're all set.
You can drink it out of the can or on the can or out of the can on the can. It doesn't matter. You know, when you're sitting with me, Morris, it's a judgment-free zone.
To each their own, exactly.
To each their own, exactly. Yep. So what's your favorite thing about working in spirits and working in booze?
I would say the customer interaction, believe it or not. I actually enjoy.
Can I go collect? That's actually what I told the crew that you were going to say beforehand. I knew you were like, can I get my $50, guys? Thanks.
I hope they pay up. For me, it really is the customer interaction. For whatever reason, I get hung up on that. I enjoy selling you something that I'm passionate about, whether it's a particular product or a category. I get to talk about it. It comes out a little bit more. You pick up on the passion and the knowledge. And then if you truly enjoy it when you take it home, that to me is that extra mile that just makes me feel validated. When they come back in, like to your point, the satisfaction, the validation is it's there and it makes you feel good.
Right. And also you have to put a nice face to it too. Like, how was that drink you got at Yankee Spirits? Awesome. How was the guy who sold it to you? Oh, a complete dick.
Right,
like,
exactly.
That's no fun. Like,
Nope.
unless you're selling something that's so good, it brings somebody to like an orgasmic state or reduces them to tears. Then if there's no good bedside manner and your customer service is like negative 20 Yelp stars,
right,
then people aren't going to want to come back. So it's that nice balance of personality, recommendation, knowledge, interplay, everything that you sort of put to it as well.
If you don't want to buy it, I'm not going to pressure you into it. I will tell you how great it is. I'll tell you what to do with it.
I said buy that wine, mother effer. I told you it would go well with your pizza.
Right, exactly. I won't do that. Right. But at the very least, I will be honest with you, right?
Like, sure. You're in the business of customer service, so the customers are always right, even though 90% of the time they aren't.
Yeah.
But what's the best drink you ever had?
So I don't want to make it too simple, but I've had what they call a grand margarita. And a grand margarita has Grand Marnier in it, and it has a higher...
Like, was it Margarita that was in charge of a parade or something?
Yeah, essentially. It's got the Grand Marnier in it, which I believe that's why they go after the Grand with it. And then it's got a few different tequilas in there. So the one that I recently had a Blanco tequila. The brands were Patron, so it had Blanco Patron, it had Reposado, and it had a little bit of their Añejo. A blend of 3 tequilas with the Grand Marnier. The Grand Marnier has a little bit of cognac in there, so it kind of sweetens it out as well. And if I'm not mistaken, they use real lime juice, and that really does bring out a product.
It brightens everything
It really
up.
does. You want to be able to take this up to your nose, smell something, but a completely different profile from smell to finish.
It smells different now than when it started.
Yes.
That's also the name of my one-man show.
Oh, nice.
You should come see it.
Different now than when it first started.
It smells different now than when it started. Least favorite thing and favorite thing about the state of the booze biz in America?
My least favorite thing be the prices. Prices just keep going up on stuff, right? We try our best. We're
Stop
discounted.
using eggs in your drinks then.
You know, that I almost made you a cocktail with an egg white in
You
it.
did?
Well, it was so expensive
For
though.
me? I know.
I couldn't spare
I know,
it. I'm
I
so
know.
sorry.
Please, thank you.
You know,
Stop.
maybe next time it's
Okay.
almost down there. We'll get there. We will keep our prices as low as possible as long as we can. Because that's just what we do. We offer that to the consumer. We're a discounted store. We buy in bulk. We've got 4 great stores in Massachusetts.
I noticed.
Yeah, it's a 20,000 square foot store.
I have
14 aisles of wine and beer spirits.
I have always said that if there was any one place that I could spend the zombie apocalypse, it would be
Be
at
here.
Yankee Spirits.
Yep.
And your favorite thing? The people, right?
Yes, absolutely. The people, and honestly, I think the environment that we have at Yankee Spirits, we are such a family-first company. It's not a corporate company. We have a corporate location. We have a corporate office, but we're not ran like a corporate company. I think, to me, that's the biggest part that I like the most.
First drink, massive success. What do you
you.
say we move into my bev, round 2? Round 2.
Yes, sir.
My drink, my spirit.
Yep.
Bourbon was the case that they gave me. What'd you make?
All right, so I switched out bourbon. Don't be mad. We made you a nice old-fashioned.
You had a simple
I know,
job. There
I
was
know.
one rule. It was supposed to be bourbon.
We got rye whiskey because it adds a lot more flavor profile to this cocktail.
All right. It's
All right.
bourbon adjacent. It's in the
Yeah.
family. I know. I
Yep.
do love a good rye.
Yeah, absolutely. And you are a fan of beer.
See, just like I said earlier, I remember I told you, I like to drink what I am simple. I also like to drink what I am. Rye.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. So what we actually used today came from Trillium.
This is rye made by Trillium.
Yes.
You found a way to make a drink with one of my favorite spirits.
Yep.
Made by one of my favorite breweries.
So the brewery expanded. They are now a distillery as well.
This is Trillium Rye Whiskey.
Yep.
This is Trillium Sweet Vermouth.
Yep.
This is a Death Star shaped rock. I love it.
Few dashes of bitters, garnish in there. It's fantastic. Give it a shot, man. I think you're gonna like it.
The old fashioned may drink when ready.
Yes, sir. Cheers,
Fire
brother.
away. Cheers, my man. Here we go.
What about that one?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So different flavor in here, right? lot more spices. There you go.
I feel like after drinking this, I just want to yell like Dracarys and just like burn the countryside down.
Hey.
Wow. That is, first of all, it smells like a boozy churro on the nose.
Yes.
Which is amazing.
Yep.
Because I got hungry, but then I remembered I was also having a drink, so then I got thirsty. That is a potent old fashioned.
But this is something that you can enjoy all day, all night, by the fire.
This is becoming a common theme. First, you tell me that I can have a tequila sunset or sunrise in the morning for
Yes, sir.
breakfast. I don't disagree.
Yep.
Now I can enjoy this morning, noon, and night. Can I apply for a job at Yankee Spirits before we're
Absolutely.
done? Oh man, it's just giving me a hug right now. This is almost getting like OnlyFans-ish.
Hey,
Now watch
whatever
out.
pays the bills, man.
Yankee After Dark, baby. Let's go.
Hey.
You and me. You heard it here first.
You got the lights, the cameras. Let's do it.
Oh, they're going to be so happy they greenlit this series. Well, it seemed like a good idea at the time. I mean, what could go wrong? Just 2 dudes hanging out,
Yeah.
talking.
Yeah. Wait till you're after the second drink, then you
talking paywall pornography and cocktails. So this will be the last video I make for you guys. Thanks so much for having me. What kind of TV you into? What's your jam?
My wife and my father-in-law put me on to Leave It to Beaver.
Seriously?
Yeah. It's
I
something
mean,
that
you've got throwback vibes about you, but like
Yep.
you let it like time for Leave It to Beaver
Yep.
with Ward Beaver.
Yes, sir.
And here comes Mother.
Yep.
If I were a character on a show like in the Leave It to Beaver days, I think I'd be like a neighbor, and my name would be Walnut Bitters. When you go to the movies or you sit at home and it's Friday night, finished up a shift at the Spirits, go home, pizza and the missus, pour a beverage, kind of movie are we watching?
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a kid at heart. So as an adult, you know, I get a little geeky sometimes.
Adult, yes.
I get a little geeky about these things, but I'm still a big fan of the Marvel universe and what they bring out.
Name one thing in your life you would choose to change via a Marvel alternate timeline.
I would like to live like I don't live right now. We're comfortable. My wife and I are comfortable. We're happy, but I want to live like the rich and famous. You know, I want to see that kind of side of the world a little bit.
You want to be famous Gangster Morris.
Yes.
Yeah, you want to just be bankrolling stuff.
Exactly. You know, have the $3 million mansion, the mega yacht on the water.
$3 million? That's like a 2-bedroom house in Newton, for God's sake.
You're not wrong, exactly.
No, I'm not.
Yep.
The real estate prices in Massachusetts.
I love my life now. Not saying anything about it. I love it. I love it to death. Love my wife. I love my family. But if there was an alternate universe...
They're not watching. It's fine. Don't worry about it, guys. Don't worry about it.
If there's an alternate universe for me to live in, that's where it would be. It would be my adult life living that style.
Wouldn't it be fun just for like a couple of days to be rich and obnoxious AF? But every now and again, not gonna lie, kind of wonder what it would be like to use the dark side.
Yeah, why not?
I know I've heard they have better candy.
But it's great, isn't it?
Loved it.
It's good.
So good.
The vermouth comes out a lot. The whiskey comes out a lot. You know, you don't really get you get the aromatic bitters a little bit, obviously, but nothing's too overwhelming, I would say.
3 cocktails. The final one is sort of mystery or dealer's choice.
Yep.
It's up to you, my man.
All right, let me grab it.
Surprise me.
You got it, man.
And now the final round.
Yes, sir.
To determine the champion. Who will be the one who rules the cocktail glasses of them all?
I talked up a little bit about margaritas, and obviously we talked about tequila. This is a mezcal margarita.
A mezcal margarita.
Yep. I know you might not.
Did you know that like mezcal and I are just like, we see each other in a room and we're like,
You avoid each other?
hey, like, but we just like, we talk to people on the opposite side. Like,
Yep.
I have a conversation with someone in the kitchen. Mezcal is over at the fireplace being all cool and everything. And I'm like, no. I know your game, Mezcal. No.
Fitzy, that's how I was too. Sometimes you have to find the right thing.
It was like having a margarita in a house fire.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, or just drinking tequila in a chimney.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. A little bit too much, but yeah, absolutely. So this one, we use Zikaru Mezcal Tequila. We rimmed it with Osmo Flaky Black Sea Salt. So
look at you.
We were thinking of that uniqueness.
Ramming this action up. Look at that thing. Like I'm afraid to drink. It's like an art project. It's an installation. I know it's gonna just like ruin me, but at the same time, I'm dying to try it.
Now that I've tried this,
Smoky and different again. Once again, that's what we want to be. Like we were simple.
Yep.
We were rye. Now we're smoky and different.
Exactly.
So cheers,
brother. What about that?
I still just have to like get to know who said this tequila is delicious, but what we should do is we should put it on the grill for an hour.
Nobody said it happened by accident.
And now it's time for the Morris you know at Yankee Spirits. I hate myself just as much for saying that.
Lightning struck a agave plant, cut it open, cooked it up. That actually brought out the liquids that were in that agave plant. Mm-hmm. Somebody came along, picked it, tried it, bottled it. My first mezcal was an aged mezcal, and it was the most smoky one.
My first mezcal was great. It's a great little story. I had a little agave plant growing, got struck by lightning. I didn't get superpowers, disappointingly, but instead, all my pancakes tasted like a campfire.
Yep.
What's your favorite thing about living in New England?
You know, people don't say this enough, but the change in seasons. I love the change in seasons. I love actually winter. I like winter a lot. I love the snow. I don't know why. Couldn't tell you why. I do. I like it. I love going out there.
Is that Emerald Lagasse?
No, but it looks like him. Bam.
Personally, I've always wondered, what would it taste like if my wife accidentally lit her hair on fire and then poured lime juice and salt on it?
Well, there you go.
We got it.
Every palate is different. Just because I enjoy it means nothing, right? It doesn't mean you're going to enjoy it. Your palate is different than mine. I might enjoy the smoke. Maybe I drink scotch my entire life, and that's why I love the smoke content so much. You got to give it a shot.
I never knew I needed to try this. I'm not sure if I wanted to, but I'm glad that I did.
Yep.
Conversations have been delightful along the way, so I'm glad we tried all of this here on the first episode of Spirited Discussion. So I'll ask you this. What have you always wanted to try?
When we first opened up the Norwood location, there was a Pappy Van Winkle 25-year-old that was made. I never got a chance to try that.
Oh, no.
So if there was a world where I could go back and try that, for me in this world, that's what I would want.
So if you could try anything, you always wanted to try that 25-year-old vintage bottle
Yeah.
of the impossible to find Pappy Van Winkle.
Yes, sir.
I was going to say skydiving.
I don't know if I got the balls for that.
Cheers, my man.
Cheers, brother. Thank you.
Absolute pleasure. Thank you so much. Hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves tonight. Thank you for tuning in to Spirited Discussions. We'll be back soon with lots more episodes, cocktails, conversations, and so much more. And remember, as always, every good spirited discussion begins at Yankee Spirits. Cheers.
Cheers.
All right, fine. I'll finish it. Seriously, it's like somebody spilled lemonade on my grandmother's burnt couch.